been a long time. Been a really long time. Getting a little bit light in here. So being spiritual in 2022. Just want to make a quick video for you guys since I haven't for so long. And I've been trying or thinking about it anyway. Not trying. Uh well, let me say off back, like there's a lot of different misconceptions about what spirituality is and what it can be, and then the reality of being spiritual, right? Um, when people say spiritual, they're always thinking about. Let me plug this just to be sure that you guys can hear everything I'm saying. Yeah, so the reality of being spiritual is not like ghost and um, energy and vibrations and all this new age stuff that's going on around, right? Being spiritual is a lot more simple than people think, and it's a lot less grueling and disciplined than a lot of people think. I've went through a lot of different phases in spirituality, I guess, or in life in general, because that's all it is. It's just life. Searching for what works best for me, what's my best path, what's easier for me, what am I going to do, and opposed to what I want to do. That is something that we all need to realize within ourselves. So, like, spirituality is basically just being who you are because you are a spiritual being having a physical experience. So, from that standpoint, you got to understand where do you go from there. You want to just be at your best. You want to evolve. Like that's what this life is about: is evolving. You learn, just learning. That's why a human being yearns to learn as much as possible. And it doesn't matter how much money you have, how many achievements you have. You always want to take that next step. There's always something more. There's always something else. That's why when people retire when they're old, sometimes they pass away because they stop grinding, they stop looking, they stop finding things that improve them because the soul is hungry, or that's what we say, soul is searching to expand and to learn and to do more, to evolve. But we don't realize it's not the evolve in economy or social status. Nothing to do with that. It may make you happy. That may hit you with a little bit of dopamine and make you feel a little happy and proud about yourself or whatever. But at the end of the day, when the consciousness steps up, when you can see a little different, when things look a little different, when your understanding becomes different because the world just starts to seem like a new place because you just raised your point of view. Like you could see on the other level now. When you're standing on the third floor, it's easier to see the landscape. When you're standing on the first floor, you can't even comprehend things that I'm trying to tell you when I'm standing on top of the roof. That's what spirituality is about. But I can not more, but it's like anybody else can. Nowadays in society, it's getting harder to be what we call spiritual. And when I say that word, I mean to take out the time to put time into yourself, to meditate, do some yoga, to do one of these disciplines that have been created over thousands and thousands of years, are known to work, that have a lot of proof backing them that says that this works. If you do this, you don't have to have any intention. You can be good, you could be bad, you can be any of these colorful words that we just make up and make ourselves feel good about. good guy or bad guy, you're going to get these results. That's the good thing about yoga and meditation, man. If you just do it the right way, not American yoga, not American meditation, remember that. If you do those things the right way, you will. And trick. You gotta grind for that. You gotta work for that. You gotta take your time. You gotta like I take out like 15 minutes at the very least a day. And hell, I do yoga at work on my break time because it's not a habit. Like if you're spiritual or you're trying to better yourself in any way, any mode, you can't have habits. You can't have diets. You can't have routines. You can't have tricks. They got to be a part of your life. Like this is just what I do. It's not a discipline. You know what I mean? Like I used to do martial arts. It wasn't a discipline. That was my life. Like that was just life. I went to the gym. I did kickboxing, wrestling, anything you could think of. I did it, and it was life. It wasn't like, oh, this is who I am. I'm a mixed martial. I'm not a vegetarian. I just happen to not eat animals, not because I got some way about animals. I love animals. I'll never. That's a different matter, but I just know that that fits better for me. You know, like I'm not a name. I'm not a part of no group. I'm not a spiritualist. You can't put me in a category, right? And that's where we mess up at. Like with this social media, they want everybody to file in into a line. You got to be this. You got to be that. If you do this because you're that, and it's that chase, that constant chase to be cool or to fit in would always warp your mind and get you off of the track of this is what I need to do for me. And this is going to upgrade me. This is going to upgrade my consciousness. This is going to make me feel better in the long run. This is going to make me happy. Because even though I'm chasing success and money, if I'm chasing success in social status, if I'm chasing this or that, at the end of the day, if you break it down, you're looking for happiness, you're looking for calmness, you're looking for peace. And you think that you're going to get it from these other things, and necessarily you're not. You're not. At the end of the day, it doesn't come from things. It doesn't come from external actions. It comes from within yourself. No, I have not been. There's a lot of other things that I've been partaking in that are a little bit better than that. But so I'm just saying, like, don't let anybody else or other things what people say distract you from your course. Like it's really pressing on the brain to live in this world and to observe things how they are and not get sucked in. That's why I fell in love with the Matrix. It's like they paint this beautiful picture, which everything is awesome. Like every day, I can always say that I am extremely happy that I've had this experience, that I'm on this planet, that I get to feel bad, that I get to feel good, that I get to have these emotions, whatever they may be. And I'm happy that I get to witness these happenings, no matter if they're good or they're so-called bad. They're just happenings. I'm proud and I'm happy that I get to have that experience. But the thing is, we can't leave it as that. That's all it is. When you feel things, it's just an emotion. When you think something, it's just a thought. It doesn't mean that it's right. It doesn't mean that it's wrong. When you have your emotions, they're always going to run no matter what because they follow your thoughts. That's all it is. But with the news, with Corona now, it's the new wave. Like it's the new attraction. It's the new fear. It got people vibing, you know, like uh, Focus is the number one key to success in anything, but it's the hardest thing. If you track it, you can look up the data. For professional athlete, a lot of people don't make it because focus. Scholars and anything that takes as education and strive, like discipline and doing yoga. And say if you want to do like out of body experiences, lucid dreams, whatever you want, it takes focus. If you can't put the time into you, like let's be real, don't broadcast that, oh, I meditate, I do yoga, I'm the spiritual person, I do all these wonderful things because this or that, whatever. Don't broadcast that, just do it. Don't try to look a type of way, be a type of way. Don't worry about what's being said, because the only truth is not in logic. It's not in what this person said, what this person wrote. There's no truth in that. The truth is in being. I'm content with what I do. That's my truth. I'm not saying that I'm going to ignore other people's reality of what they believe. Absolutely not. But I need to work on me. I don't need to work on what the news is saying or what my best friend is saying or anything like that. We all should find people in our lives because they're there that have experience in the things that we want to do, or have success in the things that we want to do. Like I have a teacher, I have a yogi that I follow because I don't have the answers. So I follow a yogi. And this man, from my perspective, from all the yogis and the teachers that I've seen, like this man may be one of the top of the top. That's Sadhguru. I follow him because I know he's done what I'm trying to do. It's a quick line path to success. Why wouldn't you take that? Now, I'm not telling you to do the same that I do. Everybody's different. You live your own life. The only reason I made this video is to say that media is one of the worst things for the brain. It's an awesome tool. Hell, I'm using it now because you can reach so many people and do so many good things and so many things in general. But don't let people give you ideas and you to hold them as true. Don't become like some fairy or or some alien or some person levitating things and or some medium or some kind of phenomenon, because act like I could levitate cars. What is that gonna do for me? What is that gonna do for you? Let's go up and make you feel better and be able to maneuver through this world, because you're here to succeed in this world right now, not to set yourself up for some other dimension. Or I'm not saying that none of this is a reality, because believe me, I'm a practitioner and I've done many things that people can't even understand, so I don't even speak on it. But like, we need to focus on things that's going to help us now, because the more you're out of survival mode, the more you're into your own spot, the more that you feel less reliant on, oh, this person likes me, or this job wants me to do, on society, the better off you'll be able to operate as a whole. The more you'll see yourself seeing life in a different way, the more you're self dependent. Now, I'm not saying like kick everything out. Like, no, I'm not listening to anybody, or no, you're wrong. There's no wrong. Everybody has their own opinions. There's no absolute right on a lot of things anyway. There's some rights. But be you first. Don't be media. Don't be cool. Don't be lame. Don't be this, that, or the third. Evolve yourself. If you want to do this, you want to be spiritual, then do what's necessary. Don't try to skip things. Meditate. There's a lot of people that say, oh, I don't got to. No, listen. There's enlightened people. There's enlightened people that are telling you this is a necessity. So don't don't act like you've done this and you know better. If you want to do this, you meditate, you find the time. If you want to do this, you do your yoga, you find the time. If you want to be true to this, you find people that are at the peak, at the pinnacle of what you're trying to do. Not some little guy, not me. That's why I stopped doing YouTube, because I don't want people to take my experiences and try to mimic them, then get lost, because there's a lot of things that I don't have time to explain, and I don't know the tea because I don't understand them. I just happen to do them because I do my practices as much as I can. I should do more. But I'm not going to keep on ranting and raving because I can go all damn day. But I just want to lay that on you guys, and I appreciate you guys. Everybody that watches these videos, I'm going to try to stay and have some consistency. But the number one thing I want to leave you guys with is improve yourself every day, because nobody's going to do it for you. Look for yourself, by yourself, and peace and love.